Part of the aim of hybrid attacks is to expose weaknesses. It's an information gathering exercise to find out, would Irish authorities be able to deal with something like that? And the answer has been no, well, we weren't able to intercept the drones. So a certain amount of data has useful data for whoever was behind that attack has been generated.
Is Ireland's defence strong enough for when we take on the European presidency next year? Well, after a number of suspected Russian drones were spotted near the flight path of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, Ireland's ability to protect global politicians has come into question.
I suppose what incidents like this kind of shine quite a brutal light on is that the conception of neutrality, that neutrality means not spending in defence, actually potentially compromises your ability to be neutral because it means you have to turn to other people for help. Many other neutral countries in Europe have a very different understanding. If you look at Switzerland, for example, one of the oldest neutrality policies in the world goes back to the Napoleonic Wars. Every Swiss man has to do mandatory military training and has to keep a gun ready under his bed. It's a very different conception of neutrality than we have. The invasion of Ukraine caused a kind of sea change in mentality in Europe, where no longer is it assumed that peace is kind of the default and that wars are a thing of the past. And there's a real change, I suppose, an end to naivety in ideas of what Russia's about. But this is really increased with all of the hybrid attacks that I've been talking about, cyber attacks, sabotage of infrastructure, and so on. And that's caused a change in defense posture.